Yeah. Alice.
Pledge allegiance to
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And let's see. Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna residents comments, complaints. I'll save that till we get on the water because I'm guessing that's what you're here for. Right? So most people, I think, is what we're going to be talking about a lot of. Renee, do you have anything for the fire department?
Negative.
Okay. And I know the one thing we really have is that hydrant that's bad. We'll talk about that when we get to the water. Any new business? I don't know of anything else other than water and wastewater that we'll probably have to hit on. So I guess let's go into Earl. We'll just let you go first with the water side. It's kind of give us an update on where we're at, and I know you.
Well, I got down there on that first street. I got one fire hydrant I can't break open.
Mhm.
It will not open.
What street?
I'm gonna have my brother.
What street was it on? Kelly, what was that fire hydrant that
I think it's the same one that Dustin and I couldn't get open.
Yeah, same one.
Okay.
It won't budge.
Okay. I know exactly which one that is then. Okay. And I've got that marked on our calendar.
My brother's gonna come out and put meters in, and I'm gonna have him help me, and we're breaking it loose. One way or the other, we're gonna break it.
Okay.
We have to break it. And then I've got the cap back here by this one that sits right by the feed mill.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get one of the caps off. And I took a sledge and beat. I'm gonna have him help me put a wrench on it, and then I'll beat on it, see if it'll break loose.
I got
Okay.
a smoke wrench.
Uh-huh.
I got a smoke wrench.
Yeah. But, you know. And then I got two to flush yet. One right up the dead end up here and one way out by your building.
I know it's a lot of cats
But I-
out in grease.
But I grease them all. Every cap I take off. I put grease on it, I
I'm
grease
sure
the
that helps
stem.
a ton.
Then the one over here by the fire department, and I asked Kelly about it, and it had things on it that says out of order.
It's been out of order since I've been on the fire department, and I've been on the fire department for
There's
13
nothing wrong
years.
with it. I took them off and I broke it, flushed it out. You know,
All right.
and it was tight too. I mean, I had a heck of a time with the caps, but I got both of them off and greased.
Okay.
Good.
Down
Thank
at the
you.
water plant. I know the first day I went down to flush and the water, he told me to wash your feet because the water was coming up out of the, drain.
Mhm.
Well, so every time I've been back washing this, but this last time they put that pump out there in that pit and drained the water down. And I think what happened, the cattails and all that sediment fell down in front of it. And when I back washed the other day, I flooded the whole inside of the plant. I mean, it was water coming out everywhere. I thought, oh boy, yeah, and I
That
couldn't
makes
quit.
sense.
So
And I believe that hopefully that'll be cleaned out. Is that Monday?
Friday. Well,
Friday.
it's Friday that we've got Travis coming to dig out.
He said he might know somebody that'll do it cheaper.
I got a guy. I called Graves, and they bought a great big truck, but it's tied up, and it'd be tied up probably for 2 months, maybe 3. They didn't know. It's on the job site, and they're not going to bring it from the job site. So I know another guy over Illinois, the Dashels. They did a lot of work for me
Mhm.
down at Everettsport and Front. They got a leak at Front to work on, and they got a great big back truck. And he told me he would do it for $250 for 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow, that's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
per
Yeah,
hour.
that's very reasonable.
250. That's $1,000.
Yeah.
And they come and suck it out.
So it's $250 an hour for 4
They
hours.
got. I mean, it's a monster.
Ag News was gonna be $4,800 because it's $1,200 in order to haul that off.
Riley Terrell charges $200 an hour.
So he's definitely he's a less than quarter of the cost of
Yeah,
it.
I
So
think that's kind of a
that's a no
What
brainer.
did
No
you
brainer
say
for
his
us.
name was again, Earl?
Huh?
What's the name of the place again? I'm sorry.
Dashels
Dashell, Dashell.
Yep.
Thank you.
out of Marshall, Illinois.
Thank you.
yeah. And if we could get that, I think that's the way we would go, Kelly. I
But
don't know
You're gonna
if
still
we're
have to get who's coming to dig that away from there. I don't care if they take it out of there, but
Yeah.
just dig it away for the water can get into the.
Yeah.
Because I need a backwash, so.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna do it Friday, then probably Sunday I'll backwash it.
Okay.
They'll give me time to get it. Hopefully it won't come up the building.
Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet it all settled in front of that piping and
So Agnes is coming out then on Friday to dig it out. What is he charging to dig it out?
Agnew's not doing anything. He was waiting because he said it was gonna be $4,800. And he wanted you guys' permission before he did it, because it was
Okay.
gonna take 4 to 5 loads to clean it all out. Because the guy that he hired to shop back it out. I can send him a text and ask him what it would take just to dig out the cattails and stuff.
If he'd even just drag them out of the way. Where the inlet is from that one.
yeah.
Well,
Is that something like a mini excavator or something? Could you?
Yeah, you got many.
Is that something that I can just get in there with a shovel and do?
No. I think there's way more than you want to mess with.
We maybe will call.
That was way more than I wanted to mess with.
Well, no, I think this really would be. How deep sediment in there, you think?
No one knows.
About 3 foot deep.
I haven't a clue.
I wonder if we could reach out to somebody local with a mini excavator to come do that, because maybe.
Even the backhoe,
Maybe
we
he
can
is.
get it with a backhoe.
Yeah.
We just sold ours.
We just sold ours, yeah.
Does Josh Anthus have one?
Who?
Possibly.
Anthus?
Oh, I don't know.
Kyle does.
I was gonna say Kyle.
Huey's,
I can
Yeah,
try.
yeah.
Huey's, but Chris
Anybody's.
is going on vacation Saturday.
We'll,
And it has
I'll
to
work
be
on that,
done
see.
Friday, is that correct? I'll call and see if I can get him to do it.
Well, I mean, that's whenever Agnes was gonna be able to do it, was Friday.
What do you need? Just the cattails?
Yeah, we just need
Pulled out.
cattails cleaned out of there.
yeah, probably not more than half hour's worth of work, right? Just
Oh,
a couple scoops out,
oh,
I was
just,
gonna say, if you
Break
want
it
to
out of the
Chris
way,
yeah.
first, go
'Cause it's-
ahead.
just
I
get your
tried
equipment.
to do it with a shovel and she went there trying to pull them and you can't, I know them cats.
Oh, I didn't get in there. Like Steve grabbed a hold from the edge.
I went inside, thought I'd get it with a shovel. No,
Well, because my thought was like if I go in there with like a spade and like break it apart and then pull it out, like I'm
them
not
cattails
against
got a brood
Oh,
on
I know.
them, you wouldn't believe.
So who was Kyle?
Kyle Williams. But she's gonna talk to Chris first,
Okay,
Chris Huey first, and then
yeah,
see.
and there's plenty of room to get equipment in there, right? I mean, as far as the.
Take down the fence.
Got one,
Oh,
one side, the
that's
whole
right.
fence lays
That's
in.
right. I can talk about that. Okay. And as far as water quality, is it better? Much better. Good.
There's 3 ladies, I know one of them, I don't know both of them, there's 3 ladies that walk.
Lenore McQuarrie, Diana Boer, and Belinda
If I
Sanders.
see them, the other day I seen them, I drove down there and caught them, and I said, ladies, I got a question. How's the water today?
Yeah.
It's as clear as a bell, so that's what I wanted to hear.
Good.
Turn around and come back. You
Yeah.
should have got did you get the back key sample back today?
All we got was the
Kelly?
invoice. They don't give us the sample, the report.
They don't give you the report?
And on that side of the road, they haven't experienced as much as the other side of the road.
I saw, from where I live,
I
I
got
don't
a
get it.
map of,
I don't get
together.
it.
You don't got a report from them, says it's either good
From
or
who?
from Pace.
Pace never sends us a report. I can show you the bill of what Pace sends me. It's $150 bill and that's it, Earl. That's all we get.
I wonder what the email is then for Pace for who they're supposed to go to.
It's supposed to come here.
Is that the email that's on the
Yeah,
paperwork?
so
for
this
is all we get.
I put my, Sanborn's got red on there, it's all printed out and everything, comes right to Sanborn.
And if it was the old email address.
Now, I don't know what those are for.
This is your.
If he doesn't know what they're for, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
have no
saying.
clue. Mine are just little bitty, I mean, you know, but they're just little bitty bottles.
It says backwash on there for something.
Yeah, it has the coliform.
But we've never received any kind of report
On
or
the bottle say it backwash.
Yeah, it says-
anything from Pace.
Says wastewater backwash, said
And
pond.
I don't know if they went straight to Cliff now and we need to call them separately and redo it. I don't know.
But I'll call them, because I talked to the lady today,
I
that does the
I know.
scheduling of everything that comes.
Yeah,
And
right.
I said, I want all my bottles for everything that I need to do, except for the THMs, and they can't be done until, August. And she said, I can send you everything else, nitrate, the
Do you
VOCs,
have the-
anything.
Email for here.
And she's gonna, no, I do not.
I will write it out for you, so
Okay.
you
Well,
got it.
she sent it here, but it says, it includes one or more file attachments regarding sampling collected beginning 7/07/2026. But the only thing she attached was the bill. The invoice.
So then we just need to email her and say, and ask for the.
I mean, do you see it anywhere else?
Unless you go online and
Look,
look at
just
it.
gotta
We don't
call
have
them to
that.
get the other straight.
Yeah.
Cause Cindy called me and she got both her results today. And she said, you wanna see them? Cause I've seen them before. I go up there, she got
Mhm.
printed out on paper and I said, no, I don't need to see
So
them.
there's
As long as they say they're good, I
Yeah,
don't need to
sounds
see
like
them.
it.
If they're
Okay.
bad, yeah, I need to see them.
So you'll call them and get the report then? Okay, or do you want one of us to do it? Do you wanna call them or do you want me, one
I'll
of us?
call her.
Okay,
Thank
all right, thank you, Earl.
I'm not getting results from.
Yeah, just
They
tell
could
her
be
the only
going,
thing we
they
got
could
was
be
the
going to
invoice.
Cliff and I don't know that.
And that's what I'm thinking.
That, you know,
Yeah, and I think we've moved forward with not having Agnews remove the sludge, and if you can get the
But
other person.
they had changed everything for here to my name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did an operator
They didn't-
change.
They did in Bruceville, so when I was with her on the phone today, and I said, hey, I need my name put on there instead of Cliff's. Okay,
Yeah, and Bristol just got a new clerk down over there too, so
they
that,
got a new clerk?
Mhm.
Well, I like the old one, I haven't seen the new one.
I found that out this past weekend.
That's good.
All right, anything else with the,
Other than that, been running the samples and
Yeah.
trying to get, making sure the water's staying good.
So if you can get your person out there, then we can get backwash done. And
that gets us on the right track, so it's good. Thanks for all you've done with the fire hydrants, I know that was a lot, All right. Dustin, what do you have?
Working with what I got right now. Using one bed, part of one bed.
The east bed?
So, ammonia started to creep up. I think that you guys are good with
Getting the pumps?
getting pumps
Yes.
for Donnie. So that way we can use entire beds.
Okay. I think that'll help a lot.
whenever we switched over that bed, our ammonia plummeted. So I think that once we get these other pumps going, able to use the entire bed, we'll be well below limits. So, I mean, we were for like 2 weeks whenever we switched that bed.
Yeah.
But now we're just running the same, cell.
Mhm.
It just gradually went
It's supposed to
backwards.
cycle through.
It's supposed to cycle.
Okay.
So right now, you can't cycle. I mean, there's pits with no pumps, a couple pits with just wiring hanging in it. So.
And I thought we had ordered pumps, but apparently we
Those were
You
septic.
did for the septics.
Mhm.
uh,
Well, even we'll back with Cliff.
Oh,
was
for the
here.
plant?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what happened to him, but
Okay.
maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
But
there was two that I helped him put in out there.
maybe,
In the deep pits out in the middle.
mhm.
okay.
It might have been one.
That those may have been then. Okay.
Once we get those up and running, EO is low going out. Donnie gave us a quote to put a small blower to drop down inside that front pit to bring our DO up
Is that where the black light is area? Is it right in that area?
right after it.
right after. So do you post UV aeration?
So I think that on your permit, you need to be 5 milligrams per liter of DO going out. You're going for, so.
And that samples at the bridge. Is that where you're going at? Is that,
It goes out to the bridge, yeah, but we grabbed the sample right there in that pit after the UV.
Okay.
UV is doing good, treating E. coli like it should.
I haven't gotten anything back from Jody yet on sleeves either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that one's still broke.
And I haven't gotten anything back from Blue Book on shipping either. So
Other than that, I think that once Donnie gets in there and does his thing, I'll help him get all the pumps replaced, put in new pumps, should be good. And, I think Renee's working on funding
Yeah.
for the other bed.
Yeah, that'll be good if we can get this one
Yeah, this
100%
one's going up and
operational.
going and moving
Yeah.
to the next one.
If we can't, if we aren't able to get the RDC funds, then we need to be looking at trying to do the SRF loan. And with that, we would have to have a match of 25%. So Carly did give me a couple of names for banks locally that do with municipalities. So we might have to do a loan to be able to get, so we can get our 25% in order to be able to get the loan to help fund for the other one if we don't get the RDC.
Okay.
So, and that goes through the Alliance for Rural Water. We don't really have any other options right now unless we hire in an engineer and do a year of study and do a whole lot more.
Yeah, they make it difficult for sure.
Dustin and I did do a walkthrough with a couple engineers on Monday and went through some of these options. And we're pretty much in that same boat. I mean, would it be nice if we could do an overhaul? Yes, but we definitely do not have the expenditures for that. And we still owe 1.1 million on this
USDA
loan, the USDA loan from putting in the whole system. So we're only halfway through that.
Have we started writing? Did you start writing the letter?
I already have a letter written. I was just waiting on all the final quotes to put together everything.
I figured you probably did. Thank you.
Yes. As soon as I got the quote from Donnie on Saturday morning,
You were writing.
I had it sent to Dustin, like, look over this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next thing on the agenda here is, did you have anything else that anybody want to bring up? Or?
I mean, I can
Yeah,
wait.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead. That's
If you guys are-
yeah. We'll leave it on the water side. Yeah.
I hosted a a citizen-led meeting, a little
Q&A.
Q&A. Basically just to streamline some information for communication. Just more as a help than anything. So
Mhm.
I was able to get with as many board members as possible and get a lot of really good information. Before that, I was able to get a lot of different questions sent to me from different citizens, and so we were able to address those questions accordingly.
Yep.
And in that, we addressed and answered a lot of things that were questions for a lot of the town members. Basically, kind of what is their plan going forward, and how will that be communicated, and is there transparency in communication, and just basically trusting that there's a process in place, and trusting that things are coming together. And more than that, I think that this is safe, not knowing really kind of what to trust. And so we were able to address that.
Yeah, and I think even us as a board members were a little bit, we were in the dark on a lot of things.
Right.
To be honest with you. So, I think now we have a little more transparency, and we're hopefully moving forward in the right direction.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people were they were good with the answers that they got. There were a few questions that were answered that we didn't have answers for, and I can give those to you. But a lot of it was about having this communicated in a way that that the community is aware of what's going on, prepared for how to handle it in their households if it's going to affect it, and going forward. So that went well. Everything, there was about 30 people there.
That's good.
And we went from for a full hour. And there was other things that were asked that we didn't have answers for, but I did solicit the community for some members to volunteer to be part of a focus group that we could to research some more funding opportunities. So I got with Renee, and she's told me what she's done so far. We plan to have another meeting so that we can get everybody else on board with that. There's a class that Community Foundation is going to lead, and for grant writing and writing on grants. So there's some
And I've taken
community
that course.
involvement. Was that?
I've taken that course.
Yes. So that's what we plan to do. So more than anything, we wanted to kind of help, bring some help to this while we're all taking care of the issues at hand. So,
Yeah.
we appreciate everything that you're all doing. We just wanted to get that communication flow through to everybody in a way that they could have an opportunity to be heard and have their questions answered. So the other thing that there were some questions about was about funding. How is there a plan, a budget planning, planning for the future maintenance and kind of we've got a lot of young families and we want to try to make sure that our infrastructure's
I think the
stable
answer would have been
going
yes 2 months ago, but now we're trying to figure out.
We're trying to
what we're doing.
fix it first.
So
I think my answer to them and what I was understanding is there are some systems and processes being started or put into place now. Is that from what I understand? They are or they will be, so that there's some standard
Basically
operating
what-
procedures.
yeah.
that they-
Basically what happened before they did the sewer increase. Not this board, past boards, past
Right,
treasurers,
right.
nobody was watching.
Yeah, we weren't about
The
placing
hen house.
blame.
And they were about out of money even to pay their bonds. That's why we had to
That's
do
what
the
that's
sewer
some
increase.
information I got.
And then, like I told them, it's gonna be a constant catch up.
Right,
to
right,
try
so
to
that's
even
why we
get
want
where
to put a
we're
focus group
supposed to be
together.
to pay the bonds and everything else.
Yeah, we know that there's a big need for funding. And so that's the main thing that we've had, there was 4 people that volunteered to get together with me and kind of learn how
Yeah.
that will be. So absolutely, we understand that that's not a process, that's not something that happened overnight, it's gonna be something
No,
that takes a
nobody
while
wants
to
the
get to
rate
the end
raised
of. Yeah.
again,
No.
and we're barely maintaining with the rate increase we got.
Right, so I think
Let
that
alone
was,
put any extra back, it's just not possible right now.
yeah, I think with that, with people knowing that, I think they just want to know what the plan is then to address those things and go forward. So that's kind of where we were. I didn't have the answer to that yet, other than it's a process, there's systems, processes being put in place
Yeah,
so that we can plan accordingly and plan for the future of the infrastructure. So
And like I said, for us,
I think they trust that.
we didn't realize where we were. And
yeah,
so
it
we're-
was, now you're dealing with
Yeah,
it.
now we
but
know it, so.
yeah, I think it's definitely a learning opportunity to put some systems in place that weren't before. So
Yep.
I think that everybody else agreed to that also. So, there were some suggestions that other town members had about, how are things being done. But it boils down to systems and processes being put in place, and just in being assured, having the assurance that that's being done. And then kind of the transparency and communication. It's kind of like, where does this communication come from? Who's doing what lane is who. I think that was a big question for a lot of people. And I didn't have all the answers to that. And I can ask that here in a little bit.
I think like the biggest thing is if we know when he's going to backwash or
Yeah.
whenever he's going to flush hydrants, that it goes to Kelly and Kelly sends out an alert. Because even those of us on the board, we don't know when things are
Yeah.
happening until the alerts go out.
Yeah.
So, or we get complaints from people saying that like this happened. So, but yeah, if we know ahead of
Unfortunately,
time.
that's kind of, we're kind of in uncharted territory, and so we know that things are gonna happen that don't typically. And I think that they're understanding, I think most people are, as long as we know that they're working on it, it's going to improve, things are going to change, they're gonna be different, and I think that was the biggest thing, is just having that assurance. Another one was, will our bills increase due to all the needed repairs? We know that there's a lot of repairs, and who's that gonna fall on? That question wasn't answered yet. I don't know if anybody knows the answer to that just yet until we know what kind of funding's coming. So we gave them the August, that there would be a better idea of what the cost would be and what the town would be more in a position to pay.
Yeah.
When a lot of the study's done, and they know how much that's gonna cost and what's
And
gonna
this could be months down the road,
Yeah.
by the time
Yeah.
everything gets going and us trying to figure out everything, so.
So that's kind of what we communicated at that point too, and I think that suffices.
Yeah.
I did reach out to Leary Engineering that you had recommended about coming and doing an inspection on the water tower to see where it's at and as far as what recommendations they have. I've not got anything back from them yet either.
Yeah.
But because I emailed them Monday morning.
Probably cool you'd be calling them.
So, other than that, just some updates about where we're at and what is needed. you know, there were other citizens that spoke up and said, you know, these water lines have been in the ground since before I moved here, and I've been here 60 years. So there's slime, there's rust, there's things that are outdated and in need of repair. So we know that this is something that's been coming for a long time, in addition to the problems that have occurred recently. But so we know you guys are working with a lot.
And Earl, how often should we be flushing our hydrants? That's a question
Twice a year.
twice a year.
Um,
I'm sure that's.
So yeah, sum it up. You know, basically what they were asking for. You know, the summary of what they would like is just transparency to know kind of what's going on, communication, clear communication, that identify the problems, and then you know, how are we going to maintain and fix those issues. So we were able to address some of those things. Other things may not be addressed just yet, but knowing that it's in the works, I think is something.
Thank you, Joe.
I do have another question. If we're still talking about water and sewer. Who is Travis? I just have this question. Who's Travis?
Travis Agnew.
Okay, he's ignorant.
Yeah.
Okay. So another question. Who is the project manager for the water? Who is determining what is needed and when and where for the water? Who's the project manager for the water?
We don't really, I mean, other than Earl's our
Okay.
our
So
go-to, so.
okay. And then for sewer, you would be the project manager?
Yes.
Okay. So you decide what needs to be done and you communicate that to somebody. Who do you communicate that to?
Back to the board.
To the board.
It's supposed to come back to the board and be communicated with the board, but right now everything is going through Kelly and the board doesn't find out about any of it.
Okay, I know how that can happen. I was just making, you know, as we're talking about transparency and communication, I just wanted to get a clear picture of the lines of who's doing what, who's in charge, where does that flow through, and how does that happen?
So the way that right now, it seems like everyone's calling since before everyone's calling Cliff and was getting things done through that way. And so now everyone's calling the town hall, and then Kelly relays it on to Dustin or Earl or whatever, but
So
none of us find out about it. And
Is there an
so
instruction so that the town knows who that needs to go to if they're experiencing problems, or is
They-
that
they
needs
should be
something that needs
calling
to be
in
a
here.
process in place?
They should call the town office.
Call the town office.
And then that-
my question is like, so you guys are only in here 3 days a week. So what do you do on those days that you guys are not in here?
Honestly, we
Either
very
give them
seldom
testings
ever have
number or
anybody
somebody.
leave a message and then complain or anything like that. If they're gonna come, they're gonna come in.
So how do you know what needs to be done and where? You just, because in your observance, how do you get your work handed to you?
He's the one that decided, because he's he
He is our
That's-
owner.
He's our
He's
expert.
our
So
expert.
he
Like our
decides.
So you're observing the problems and you
Yeah,
say
we
this needs
decide
fixed.
what
He
needs to be
decides
fixed.
what
Yeah.
needs done.
But at the plant now, you know, well, he was down there the other day when I first got here and started back washing. He goes, "What's that water is coming up out of that drain?" Well, then I started back washing, you know, I didn't worry about the drain coming, you know, the water coming out just a little bit. Well, they lowered the water in the pond out there, the backwash pit. Well, that backwash the other day, all the water come up inside the plant. I go,
See that
uh-oh,
coming.
now I got a problem. So
Yeah.
that's the reason I got a hold of everybody. He said, "Hey, we gotta get that moved out of the way for the inlet.
So,
Can
The
bring the
water
water out of
guy
the
is in
plant."
charge of the water.
yeah, I just
The
didn't know if
sewer
there was
guy is in
instruction
charge
coming
of
from
the
somebody
sewer.
else. Okay.
And
They
he's-
make the decisions.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
That's
nobody
good.
above
The
them.
funding
They don't
comes
pay
from right
anybody
there.
else.
Okay. So
So-
right there, you're pointing to
At the board.
board. Okay.
So the disconnect
So-
before was everybody was just calling.
And he
Correct.
handled things right. So
And
that's
we-
the new process. in
We
place.
didn't know some of the things that were going on or not going on,
Right.
so that was a good.
That's my next question.
So-
And-
So yes,
The one
moving
lady got
forward.
over on that one street, she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Flushing this hydrant." She said, "It's never been flushed."
Yeah.
I said, "We
So-
mean never."
So us as a board, we rely on these guys to give us the information. And then
Okay.
if somebody wants to report something, we call Kelly, and then Kelly gives that information to us.
And I think
So
me and Earl have both been.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, I hope that didn't, that I didn't insinuate
Yeah.
No,
otherwise.
that's all
Thank
right.
you. I
Yeah.
just wanted a clear picture of who does what and
Yeah.
where does that come from.
And even when I moved to town, my direction was to call Cliff, and that was just what everybody
We
did.
did it too, yeah.
So that was,
And that's just our,
Now we know that with all the issues that we've had, that these are their experts that we need, and that we'll report it to Kelly, and we'll all have the information.
But like their day-to-day work, they're not gonna call in here and tell us. What they're
well, that's my
doing
next
every
question.
day.
Are there maintenance records, like,
They
are they
keep them.
logged?
Well,
Yeah, they keep
we've got
them.
one going for Dustin now,
Okay,
but if we want to create one for Earl too, I can.
well, just for the sake
So-
of continuity, I just
Uh-huh.
wonder, like, we're evolving into, it's a new.
Yeah.
We didn't have to do that before, but we've learned why it's
Mhm.
important now, and I just wondered, is that something that's in place, or will be as we're putting these new
Yeah.
processes and systems in place? Is that one?
Yeah, and I think right now we're all trying to
Or is
get
this something
into a
we can
normal
routine of-
routine, but right now it's obviously not been normal. So
Yeah, not having, like, I know that now we don't have legal counsel, we don't have an attorney on, so like any liabilities and things, I just look at how important documentation is, and if that's a possibility that we can avoid any
well,
kind of
that's something
liability,
as the item handles that, we have to do that. So that
maintenance records.
Yeah.
yes.
So they
So
are.
that yeah,
IDM, one that looks
Yes.
over him and.
Yeah.
So we got his own inspector.
We do
got
get
my
those.
The
inspector.
state inspector
so
will
that's-
see all that.
Yeah.
all that
He
happens.
calls
What-
me and, hey,
So that's
What's
all I
going
had. I
on?
just wanted to know,
Yeah.
is that communicated, is it documented, is it
That has to.
someplace?
Yeah.
That-
What I was referring to is the fact I have an Excel spreadsheet that started for every resident, and we
Easier to
document
track down when you need.
Mhm.
what we've done and what date it was done and
Yeah.
and all of that.
And that's
For
the
each
piece that we
resident.
probably were missing before because Phil was just doing it. So.
Right, there's a lot of things you wouldn't.
But it wasn't reportable stuff, so it was a little different, but yes.
Yeah. But we just need to be able to know if someone does have a complaint, or if there's something that happens and it comes through to you guys or to Kelly, that needs to come to the board at some point so that we are aware of what situations are going on too.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what we don't know. We can't fix what we don't know.
Yeah.
And if things are just coming in here and then that's it, we don't know.
And that's just another point. I just, standard operating procedures, I didn't know if it was an outline of kind of how things were to
Yeah.
go.
I did find out that I can do 4 or 5 fire hydrants, and then I gotta go quit and check the plant. Cause if the plant says it's low, I'm done.
Yeah.
Cause the first day I
It's
did
hard to
6,
plan accordingly.
first day I did 6 and I drained the water tower.
Yeah, a lot of water.
Oops, oops. Then that just stirs everything up more.
So,
You know, I understand people want just clean water, not
Oh, yeah.
clean water. so.
yeah, I think,
Safe water.
I think there's a way
Just
to do
clean
it,
safe
yeah.
water, and that's the reason we do a fact key sample, and that's the reason I called the lab today. Talked to the lady that does all the bottles, that sends everything out, so I got everything coming, but I need to get samples done.
We'll see the water and the sewer is all different.
So, I guess
There's only two.
is there a source, or is there going
There's
to
only
be
two
like
that
some kind
has-
of, now that you're figuring out the way forward?
Yeah,
the
there's only
lessons
two
learned,
that has.
can really,
Yeah.
kind of fail forward opportunity.
Yeah.
But,
I think anytime you have something, you need to do something better.
right, so that's,
I think there's only
just
two.
curious if there's gonna be kind of an outline of best
But
practices.
let me give you a list of everybody, and then we can go.
That's all I got, that's what I have, thank you.
Payment J. They have the water.
So the next thing I have on here was Kelly 811.
But they have.
She wants to know, I don't know what.
Who-
I'm sorry, what?
Your question is on 811, we need somebody to do locates.
They
Or-
want a name and a contact person and all that, and I didn't know who that person was going to be. I told them that we had to wait till the board meeting.
And when we do locates for water, we just go up to the meter, right? Nothing on,
Right.
nothing on the home side.
Yeah, we don't know where they put their lines. It'd be nice if maybe the email could come to one of these ladies and they can disperse it out to us.
I don't know if there's a map, is there a map of the lines? Or they just out there and,
Yeah,
are they out there?
and there's not very many tracer wires.
Well,
The only
Yeah,
person in town, to my knowledge, that knows where all the lines are would be Cliff Senior. He needs to sit down with someone, but there again, like Justin said, how many of them don't have trace wires? We have no idea.
Mhm.
And the map that I got from Cliff Jr. had been folded and unfolded, and I mean, it looked like a treasure map, and it even had a huge section missing out of the one corner.
Okay.
You can't hardly read it.
I
Cliff
did
Senior-
like the map that you printed out for the fire hydrants.
You're welcome. That was an EMA thing.
Cause I knew exactly which way I was going and where I was gonna start flushing from and then move it on, you know.
Hey, I was gonna tell you, we took a blown up laminated one,
But-
and people put pins in it where their locations are, where their stuff, where they're.
But that doesn't tell me, it tells me where the fire hydrants are at.
Yeah.
But what gets me, I'm going down one street, and there's a fire hydrant on that side, but they ought to be on all that side. Well, there's one on this side. So is the
Water
main on
meters.
this side, or is the main on
I
that side?
know.
You know,
The water meters are the same way. You get on that end of town down there, they're not where you think they would be. They're hidden in the backyards.
So we're gonna have to figure out a map. You would even hate to
They are?
travel knowledge.
Yes.
to
I mean,
figure out
I-
stuff, you know, that's-
Supposedly a few years ago, and I don't know if he still did it.
I know where the ones
DU
are that need replaced.
One of the
Oh, you did?
professors at
Yes.
DU
Okay.
come up.
Well, maybe
with
my
a-
brother's gonna start.
I've been reading that.
She's.
I don't
16
know
of
if
them
the
every
person
month.
is still there, but that
Since
was
Cliff
supposedly where Cliff got that.
So
So
there's
maybe we
six there,
reach
and
out
there's
to
four
Cliff
out there
Senior
in the
and-
building.
Is there more out there?
There's four
Cliff
out there.
Senior
I
will
think. There
not
could be
locate
five,
from
but my
the-
brother's coming, because he put these in
Yes.
before,
And that's,
and he's coming
that's
out.
what it shouldn't
You're
be.
gonna need washers.
And that's the way.
I got
you
one.
do it.
Okay, because I didn't, none came with these.
But
I
most
thought they
people, if
would.
you're gonna dig in your
I'll
front
get
yard,
another pack, because I know some of that.
you wanna know where it's coming across the line.
But see, every sport
Yeah.
got the little bitty washers. From them.
Yeah, and that's usually when you call 811, that's all they do. They just do to the meter, nothing. 'Cause you own the other side.
Yeah,
You're
we're supposed
responsible.
to know where they're at.
Yeah.
But I'd say most of this town, I mean, you might, I'd say most of this
What
town
about
got
that
the alarm.
USIC?
Yes, a lot of
Possibly,
this.
but they're gonna want maps
Well,
too,
some of
so.
it
They are.
PVC was-
Well,
there's a big section of PVC. that was
Well,
that.
When they,
I'll try to
when they
figure
laid
that
something out, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then there's something out here.
That is duck line.
They like
There's
300
a couple
feet.
that's got the big band clamps on them where it busts.
High max.
Yeah.
The high max.
No.
So, yeah, I know what he's talking about there. I've been around, I used to be old boy. And my dad worked here from 1978 till he died. So I know, I kind of know my way around, but I don't know everything.
What are you talking about, the meter reads, is there 18 of them, right?
That's what she's
Yes,
saying.
18 that does not read.
Okay.
That ain't got, that don't have radio.
It's either got a bad antenna, it don't have a head unit, or it's an old, mechanical style,
Main rig.
whatever.
They
I
don't
mean,
have a,
but, on that note, I do not have an issue reading these meters. As long as I got my other stuff done, which I'm good for tomorrow, if she needs it.
Okay.
But, and I'm not beyond helping either one of these guys,
that's fine.
but I don't want their jobs.
You shouldn't
And
hear,
when
you
we-
shouldn't hear from us very often.
That's what I mean.
We need
So-
to make a plan to get them fixed, and we know that. So
Yeah, and he said his brother's gonna help install the new ones.
And read those, what she said, 18 or
Yeah.
something, or whatever.
Well, that will be, these, all replacements will be part of that 18.
That's what I figured.
And then I don't know what the life expectancies of these things are,
10 years.
10 years?
That's my
So
brother.
there you go, there's your information.
10 years. Could be longer, but 10 years is the life of the batteries, you know. But they could be, it could last 15 years, but 10 years is.
Yeah.
Is what they expect, you know.
So where did we land on the 811? Are they gonna email the town email and then they send out the information to Dustin and to Earl?
We get it on it already.
Okay,
The 811 used to go to Cliff and us.
They just mainly want,
So I guess as long as we get it, I can email them.
You can distribute it.
okay,
I think that'd be easier.
okay, but and then I need to
their
try to find a
main
map.
thing was
We need to
though,
get a
they
map.
want a name.
And
For the
isn't there
location.
somewhere in the courthouse that keeps track of all
I will look.
utility maps? Oh, there is not.
No.
See there, that's why he's in charge of water.
That's right. They
Yeah.
used to like, and we've got a couple of maps at the wastewater plant. that might be of some assistance. And I will see what else we can find.
Some of these companies like that call before you dig, like, anyway, do they have their own maps that we could get? that kind of-
No, they rely on the individual towns. So, okay.
That was actually talked about at one time, see if they could.
Okay, find map.
No.
So when we find a map, then I will then take it to Ewing's and have them put it onto special paper thingy material,
Yeah.
waterproof.
You said a while ago, though, there's some meters
Hopefully
behind
most
the
times won't be
houses.
an issue
Yes,
because
sir.
it'll
But
run,
how,
but some of them will be.
Because the
that
water,
means the mains goes behind the houses too?
some of them. One of these days, when I ain't mowing, because mowing seems to be a priority,
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Kind of,
I'll take you around and show you what I know.
And how we got the hydrant maps, it was literally Chance Westfall and I, we drove around and we dropped pins with lat longs for every hydrant. So then when we came back and we uploaded that onto our GIS mapping for EMA, then that made us an easier way to
And
find
I'd
those
love
spots.
to do that for the water meters, even though it's not my piece of cake, but like he's got this thing that he can see every meter.
Utility.
I download.
Took me about 3 months to get on it.
But as we find them, not I, but as we find them,
It's a good tool.
you can drop a pin, this is where a water meter is, and it goes to this house.
Mhm.
I think Zip Utility charges Monroe City like 1,200-1,300 a year.
Which is an expenditure.
Mhm.
You just create your own app.
yeah.
Ralph, you have anything for streets other than mowing?
I do have some potholes to fix right here on College Street. I know this, I've known this all summer. But with the rain being so relentless, I have to mow. I ain't had time, but tomorrow I'm hoping to run to Vincent's and get some cold patch at Lowe's. We don't have enough holes to fix that would constitute going and getting a half a truckload of cold patch. So I'm probably looking at $400 in street money to fix that. And then I do have some old cold patch back here. If I can get it to come loose, I'll fix some of the secondary road holes with it.
Okay.
The ones that don't get drove on constantly. But no, right now it's just mow until you can't.
When you are mowing, would you care to spray the weeds there at the water plant?
That you mentioned that. No, I
Don't spray around that water plant.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not
Even
spray- No.
even but by the generator.
No,
Okay, so then I will go ahead and pull those then.
the state inspector comes and sees that, that is definitely a no.
Okay,
Because it could, I don't think it would, but it could leak into that wet water.
okay. So then I will go and hand pull all those weeds away
I
and
got
put it the
you,
generator again.
Because I know about that.
Okay.
We sprayed down in Dickinson, we sprayed around the wells.
well, my answer is going to be no problem.
Well, but you could do it. Could you do it around
Yeah.
the wastewater one?
Yes.
The wastewater one you can do.
Chew me out from one end to the other.
I will go and pull the weeds at the water plant.
Don't ever spray around anything. They don't even want you to spray around the fire hydrant.
Can you use vinegar and water?
I don't know.
I would think that would be allowed. But
I will
Mayor's
just go
Field
pull
won't
them.
die. That stuff's relentless.
Huh?
But yes, I can spray around the wastewater, whenever I'm out there mowing, that's no problem. Or I'll just take the gate
Yeah,
and
she
do
was
it.
down there.
Okay.
But
I
was
will go and I will just pull the weeds then.
She was with the other lady, and I sprayed down.
Anything else?
And man, I said.
How many weeks are,
I
how
sprayed around.
much time does it take you to pull weeds up
She
there?
said,
Just one person.
don't you ever. do
I'll have it
that."
done in a couple hours. That's
I'll
fine.
ask her when I see her.
I can help.
I don't know.
It's just mostly just we're around the generator and then around that side of the plant,
She
so
just
it won't
started
take very
down
long.
there
I'll get it.
with a
Well, I've actually heard some of it already. So
That was something that we were
there's gonna be some
soliciting
dead
for
streets.
help for people that would do
I
things,
didn't
and
have
there,
a lock, I didn't have.
there's a help
Didn't have,
level.
yeah, I just started
I
not
need.
too long.
Yeah, I mean, keeping up with the weeds and the trash and all that, like that's
Didn't have a lock on the thing up there on the fuse box. Oh my God. she did
All right.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were together, going
I'll put some
correction.
Renee, if you want a motion to end the meeting, I will second it.
Was there anything else?
Just a couple of estimates, but nothing that we need to talk about right now. This is on that pea gravel we kind of talked about already. We'll wait on that.
Okay, all right. Then, yeah, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
the 6,000. Did you explain the difference in that?
I think we talked about this before about the spreading. That's the
Okay,
biggest
well, I was
problem.
gonna say, because we looked at the cheaper pricing and it's just because it can't work. It's gotta be done with a
It
shooter,
wasn't nothing.
a gravel shooter.
And or spread it by hand, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said honestly, at that much, it would probably never get done completely.
Okay.
So the next town meeting is,
August the 4th. No, August the 12th.
and you expect to.
I don't have my, where's my, I don't even have my phone. Okay, August 12th.
You expect to have a meeting with the engineer or,
So we met with the engineer on Monday. So the next thing would be August the 4th is the RDC meeting.
RDC meeting,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a better idea of.
We'll have an idea as far as, and this is like for the wastewater fund, like the wastewater things. And then I don't know,
As far as funding needs go.
I don't know funding needs for water side of things
Okay.
until I get someone to come and look at the,
We'll have that meeting before
Okay.
next week.
yes. I know you talked about the fascia that needed to be done at the water treatment plant. I just need to go out and see how much it is. And then if there's anything of that I maybe have in our stuff, or if I need to get, and then who to put it on, and whatever else is out there that needs to be fixed. I guess you said you told Kelly you'd make a list for her, is what I was told.
Yeah.
I was told that you said you were going to make a list for her. You have anything for the sheriff's department?
No.
All right. Then a motion to be done at 6:24.
And I will second that.
Okay.
But this, we'll talk about
Okay, let me-
offline here, but just the cost and what we want to do with that. But